Jack Quinn.
Final 6 frames.
You'd think he needs to start right about now.
I'd like to have that wood come out a little bit, but not too far so it blocks the 5. Right there would be nice.
Roll past it. It may turn a little bit if it comes all the way out to the end of the lane. No, it's going to stay somewhere in the front of that 5-pin.
I'd like to see some of the 5, and I don't think he can, so that means he might have to come up high.
Nope.
So he tried to do.
Oh, how about that? Look at that. Wow.
He says, why isn't that wood out of the way? I could have made it that way.
One of our participating sponsors for this series on Candlepin Stars and Strikes, Emmett Horgan and the gang at Rockingham Toyota Dodge Nissan. Come to Salem and save. Route 97, right on Main Street, Salem, New Hampshire. Rockingham Toyota Dodge Nissan. Well, Jack could use a strike, but he may have to settle for a spare.
But that's not automatic. That way that would set up. Now it is. Spare in the 6th.
That's 8 marks for Jack Quinn.
Paul Berger working on a spare.
And he's got a shot at another one. With the lead now 42. And there's another one. Paul Berger may be on his way to his 9th consecutive singles win in regular season competition without a loss. There's another mark.
And that's 3 in a row and 4 out of the first 6 frames of this game number 3. Came in leading by 29. He's now increased that to 48. This is on a spare.
Jack really is in strike territory right now, the way Paul is throwing. Gunning for the 410 here. Nope. 10.
All eyes are going to be on the score now that Paul Berger is going to put up. He's 78 through 6, 264 for 2.
I would say the bottom 2 scores are
definitely
are going to be passed.
Right.
Spare in the 8th for Jack Quinn.
Yeah, Quinn stays alive, just barely. 421 is going to be a tough reach, though. That's the 157. You'd have to keep marking.
In the 5 previous times he's been on the Tournament of Champions, Paul has only been seated below number 3 once. 3 times he's been the number 1 seed. Another spare after a 9 fill. Tell you what, he may give a run to those upper scores.
I'd get a little excited if he threw a 8 or 9 or a strike here on this spare.
Well, how about a 7?
5, 9, 10. No wood. Just going to try to cut the 5 on the left-hand side. Very delicate shot.
Nope.
Good try.
Well, Paul has already eclipsed the scores of Mark Gregory and John Patorsky. Of course, he still has not mathematically won the match yet, but unless Jack Quinn were to throw pretty much all strikes here.
A bunch of strikes.
Yeah.
A bunch is quite a few. A few, and then we have a bunch. He needs a bunch. The magic just wasn't there for Jack this match, but had a great run the last couple weeks. Oh,
there's
yes.
a nice spare in the 9th. But even a triple strike and in the 10th, and Paul Berger would only need a pin or two to win it. Well, he's going to give it a run. There's one strike. Jack's going to make the final score a little bit more respectable here.
And for Ball to catch the Peter Flynn's 421, he's going to need a double strike up there.
Oh, let's see. One time for Jack. 132. One ball to go. And it'll stay that way. A 9 fill, a 132 with 11 marks, 367 for Jack Quinn. So Paul Berger, for the 6th time, is in the Tri-State Megabucks Tournament of Champions. And
well,
look out,
one strike.
there is a strike. He is not firm in that number 3 spot yet. Reminder, when you come to visit Park Place Lanes, stop by and say hello to Rodney Cronin and our friends at the Willow Tree North restaurant. Located right inside Park Place Lanes. For the spare on the strike, no. So it'll be a 400 series for Paul Berger. But as of this moment, he is the number 3 seed in the Tri-State Megabucks Tournament of Champions with a 406. But he's got the win, and he's coming back in the spring for the 6th time in a row. We'll come back to talk to the bowlers and see if we can't give away some money in the bonus ball contest in a minute. All right, thanks again for joining us here on Championship Weekend. The match completed now, and ho-hum, another win for Paul Berger, another time in the Tournament of Champions. We should call it the Paul Berger Tournament of Champions.
Yeah. Yeah, he bowled great today. But you know, the problem was Jack still bowled well, but his rooters, they were quiet this last match. They just didn't give him the support he really needed. He lost the magic because see, it's going to be a long walk home, Jack.
Let's talk to both bowlers. Let's bring up Jack Quinn first. Big round of applause for Jack. He has done some incredible work here the last 3 weeks. There is the second place check for $500, and boy, I'm sure it's not the check you wanted, but still some terrific work.
Oh, it's nice. It's nice. Brian gets half of this, Brian Fuller. We have a deal.
Well, now
he has to give me half of his, though.
Now, obviously, your strategy was way off here this week. You fell behind by 40 again, but you didn't do it soon enough. By the time you fell behind by 40, there wasn't much time left.
I would have needed another 5 strings to catch up.
Congratulations, Jack. Terrific work, and we'll see you again soon, I hope. Thanks a lot. All right, Paul Berger. What, he's been on camera 3 weeks. He needs more camera time. Paul Berger now for the bonus ball. Paul, please, on lane 31. And it'll be $170 on the line here. Well, it looked like it might have been a punch-out. Instead, it's 8. Let's see. Pressure's really on Dan Murphy here. Digging through the middle there, and
50. Oh, no.
No, that's not the right number. Oh, not a match. The guess was 7 for Philip Stultz. Philip Stultz from Nashua, New Hampshire. Thanks for sending in the card. You'll be getting a TV50 NHCBA gift in the mail very soon, and this man to my right is going to get one of these other checks for $1,000. Step right on in here so we can get you on, and you only come and see us when you know you're just going to win and get into the Tournament of Champions, right?
It should be that easy. Believe me, it's not. No, obviously I enjoy bowling here in these lanes and on this show, and I've been very fortunate.
Well, I don't know if you're aware of this, but 9 times you've been on during the regular season in singles, and 9 times you've won. You've never lost, so I guess that means you are pretty comfortable.
That means I lose quite a bit in the Tournament of Champions. Because I've only won once there.
Well, at least you know you're there, and you won't have to wait too long, and we'll be seeing you back for that real soon. Thanks, Paul.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot.
All right, Paul Berger, congratulations again. Another win. $1,000 richer, and here is the way the Tournament of Champions looks right now, with just 1 spot now available. And among the names we showed you earlier in the hour Of course, Joe Ashline still on top, 441. Peter Flynn, 421. Now put Paul Berger in the number 3 spot at 406. And then John Petorsky and Mark Gregory. And next week, we begin the search for our final qualifier.
Just a bunch of no-names and a whole list there. You and I could beat any one of them, Doug. You know I know it. It's a great lineup. I can't wait. And who will be the number 6?
All right. Do you have any final words before we leave? Because the next time we'll be joining you folks here on The Winds will be Saturday afternoon, which, of course, is March 26th at noon. We will begin a brand-new series, but it'll be a brand-new, completely different series on Stars and Strikes doubles. In fact, it's not going to be doubles at all. It's going to be skins competition.
It should be very interesting. No one's ever done it, at least in the States. Up in Canada, they have a bowling show, and I've seen the format. It's exciting. We like the ties. The pot grows, and all comes down to box by box.
All right, that's next Saturday on Stars and Strikes doubles. We'll start our new 4-week skins format next week, just to give you something a little different to look at, and talk about. And then, of course, next Sunday, we begin our final regular season series here on the singles program. That, of course, is next Sunday at noon. Until then, for Dan Murphy and the whole Winds of New England crew, I'm Doug Brown. Have a good week, everybody. Thanks for being with us.